REED-BBS, BBS. Blackbird Sugar, Bachelor's in Boxing Studies. Televisión. Shout out to the homies at fightbeat.com. Before I even thought about doing videos or had even written an article, I was part of FightBeat. So shout out to the depraved, decrepit, degenerate souls at fightbeat.com. Love you, sorry bastards. Anyway, want to get into a little more Errol Spence versus Shawn Porter talk. It's the big fight coming up September 28th. Want to start off with the undercard, which, hey. Okay. When the fight was when I first got wind of it, I'm like, okay, you need to have a strong undercard, like, because Shawn Porter just isn't that dude. Never had a pay-per-view fight. And he's the homie, but, you know, his first and only pay-per-view to date was with Mikey, who was also Mikey's first pay-per-view, so you could just as easily use the same logic or apply it to Mikey, like, hey, you know, you guys are both pound for pounders, top 5, 7, 10-ish and shit, and, you know, how would that should translate into a mega pay-per-view? And apparently it did. So, anyway, moving forward, September 28th, Fox pay-per-view, PBC pay-per-view, Staples Center in Los Angeles, California. The undercard features Mario Barrios. He's 24-0, 16 KOs. He's fighting Batyr Akhmedov, 7-0, 6 KOs. Now, just on paper, the records don't seem right. Like, why would you have your 24-0 guy fighting a 7-0 guy? Who does that? Old boy's a 2016 Turkish Olympian, however, so it is what it is. And if my daughter needs to walk by, just come on and walk by now. Fuck it.
So sorry.
Because, you know, it is what it is. We go live. We do what we got to do.
BBS.
Televisión,
Like,
yes.
subscribe, comment, all that stuff.
That's my daughter right there. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Anyway, we also got Josesito fucking Lopez. Josesito fucking Lopez versus John Molina Jr. Josesito Lopez versus John Molina Jr. Like, I have 2 words for that fight. No, 3 words. 3 words. 2 words. I don't know. Train fucking wreck. That's going to be a train fucking wreck. Lopez versus Molina. Oh my God. Yeah. That's going to end up, that'll probably steal the show on the card. Although, don't sleep on Spence-Porter as an action fight, because I'm thinking it will be one. But just right off the bat, you see that fight, Josesito Lopez, John Molina Jr., like, oh my God, yeah. Action fight. Can't wait to see it. Don't care when it's broadcast or on what channel I'm watching. Fight of the year alert. Fight of the year alert. You can ring the alarm. Another sound is dying. Whoa, hey, ring the alarm. You know what I'm saying? It's like one of them type of deals, man. Like, that's great card. Great card. Now we hope that fights don't fall out, because some of these promoters, they're great at for publicity. Hey, here's all the fights on the card, and then month, 3 weeks, 2 weeks from the actual card, then all of a sudden, oh man, that was like the fight I was looking forward to. That fight falls out, and then maybe this other one does, and then next thing you know, brother like me, the video that I was bragging on a card about, all of a sudden, somebody else will rewatch it and be like, what is he talking about? Those fights didn't even happen. You know what I'm saying? Getting into the Spence-Porter portion of this, PBC Boxing, they do their little show, Inside PBC, Boxing Inside PBC. I don't know who's inside who, but I know it's boxing and it's PBC. And it's on Fox. And they got old girl Abdo, I think Christine Abdo, whatever, Abner Morris, Shawn Porter. And it's a quality show, man. It's a real good, legit show. Like, I like it. As a hardcore boxing fan, I'm proud of it. You know what I'm saying? With that, so Porter's already a part of the show. And they had Errol Spence via like a video or whatever. He said that he's already, tired of the promotional process with Porter. But it wasn't even directed at Porter necessarily. Spencer's like, look, I'm doing pay-per-views now, more media obligations, so quite naturally, I'm going to have to, invest more time in interviews and extra stuff and countdown shows. So it wasn't, I'm so sick of Shawn Porter. I can't wait to be done with this. It's just, in general, things have swung in an upward motion in terms of Spencer's career, both in the ring and out of the ring. It's part of the job, like he said. What I found pretty interesting is that Mikey Garcia, as I speak today, as your boy REED-BBS, as I speak right here, right now, today, Mikey Garcia had more of a chance in terms of betting odds and whatnot. He had more of a chance. He was more favored to beat Errol Spence than Shawn Porter currently is. That was a bit surprising. Now, skillfully, Mikey's way more skilled than Shawn Porter, but we're talking weight classes, and Mikey moving up 2 weight classes, and I found that footnote a tad bit shocking. Not the most alarming thing I ever heard, but it just threw me off a little bit. Spence-Porter, immediately we could go to the ABC theory, as I call it. So A beat B and B beat C. That means A beat C, right? Well, that's not quite how boxing works. George Foreman, he wiped his fucking ass with Joe Frazier and Ken Norton. And Joe Frazier and Ken Norton were the first 2 losses of the career of Muhammad Ali as a professional. So quite naturally, when George Foreman and Muhammad Ali fight, Ali has no chance, right? That's how everybody felt, including people in Ali's camp. Like, they were fearful for him, but he just wanted it so much, and motherfuckers doing prayers and shit and crying as he's walking to the ring, and Ali beat George Foreman. A, B, C, it doesn't pan out. Just because A beat B and B beat C, that doesn't mean A beat C. Another example, Tommy Hearns. He destroyed Mano de Piedras, Roberto Duran. And Duran has a clear, decisive win in the first fight over Sugar Ray Leonard. So quite naturally, when Hearns and Leonard meet, Leonard doesn't have a chance, right? Well, actually, Leonard ended up stopping Tommy Hearns in the 14th round. And Ali stopped Foreman in the 8th round. So on one hand, I'm kind of throwing that out there just to add intrigue to the fight, because you could apply ABC to the fact that Errol Spence beat Kell Brook. Kell Brook beat Shawn Porter. So quite naturally, Errol Spence will beat Shawn Porter, right? So I'm about to shit on my own theory, and I'm going to say, Errol Spence is going to beat Shawn Porter because of the way Kell Brook beat Shawn Porter, and the fact that Errol Spence could not only replicate, but even improve upon, as he did when he beat Kell Brook, even improve upon the performance that Brook put forth against Shawn Porter. Before I get out of here, we got to speak on Bob Arum and his side of this. He's like, he has no options Crawford has no viable options. And now that Jose Ramirez beat Hooker, Arum's not trying to sacrifice him in a fight with Crawford. So he put out an article, or an article was put out quoting him saying that he wishes there was a start for negotiations with Crawford and Spence. Again, a start for negotiations for Crawford versus Spence. So my immediate thought is, well, how about you announce and pronounce it correctly? It'll be called Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford. Bud will not be the A side of that negotiation. He just won't be. He just won't be. Errol is EJ is going to be beating too many guys. He just came off of Mikey, about to face Porter. Errol's hoping to fight Pacquiao next. I don't think Pacquiao's coming anywhere near him. Either way, Crawford, he fought Amir Khan and Benavidez, the older brother of Benavidez, Jose Benavidez, I believe. Like, no, that doesn't compare. And a starting point is, okay, Bob Arum, so if you want to negotiate this fight, it can't be with ESPN on ESPN Plus or on ESPN pay-per-view. Is that a good starting point? Of course it's not. Announce the fight correctly, Spence versus Crawford. Don't make the fight beholden to be on your network, and you got a starting point. You got a starting point, you know what I'm saying? So what are we talking about here? You just did that with your boy Jose Ramirez. Oh, but that's because you had a pretty good idea that Jose Ramirez would beat Maurice Hooker, so you had no problem loaning Ramirez out to DAZN to unify against Hooker in Hooker's hometown of Dallas, no less. So you're talking about a start. Well, that's where we should start. That's where we should start. Let's start there. Don't see it happening. Just I hate when dudes put out bogus statements and then it's like no one challenges them on that. Anyway, whatever. REED-BBS, BBS. Black Burp Sugar, Bachelor's in Boxing Studies. Television. When all is said and done, there's nothing left to say or do.